Hi, this is Steve. I spent a considerable amount of time in 2012 with the first part of the year, but a big part of the first part of the year with my website crashing. Had a successful 2011, and then all of a sudden, kind of around the end of 2011, my site all of a sudden crashed for the first time. And I wasn't able to find the proper server, and I was going to a lot of people, and I was gonna say they were lying, but they were just saying yes, yes, we can do that, and then all of a sudden, oh no, that's too big of a database, or you have too much traffic coming from different parts of the world, just a bunch of weird shit. And I'm real good at making decisions. I have no problem making decisions. I can make a decision and know that it's going to be a failure, just knowing that I'll have the skills to come up with a solution when it does fail. It's fun to me. But for some reason, I was having trouble streamlining this and making this decision. And then it came to me, and I danced with it. And it came to me that I wasn't feeling worthy enough. I wasn't feeling worthy enough for the success that I had in 2011. Maybe feeling worthy for that, but I wasn't feeling worthy enough for the success that by it continuing to do as well as it was doing, I wasn't totally comfortable with that. I wasn't feeling worthy of it. And that, just being able to admit that, was enough right there. So I sat with it and located two things that I needed to do. And the funny thing is, the first time my site crashed, I Googled and found the right server to go to 5 minutes later. Made the decision based on many different things that were going on. I made the decision after 8 straight months of the site going up and down, probably being up 50% of the time. I made the decision and streamlined it 8 months later, when I knew what to do 5 minutes later. And it came down to me being worthy of it. And I had to find the right person, found somebody to convert it over, because it got all out of whack when I was switching one server to the other. A lot of these hosting companies just don't even care. And Rackspace, I want to give a shout out to Rackspace. They hooked me up. And I actually found somebody at Starbucks, and that works at Starbucks, somebody that goes into Starbucks, that hooked me up also, as far as helping me to convert it. But people working overtime. And Rackspace Cloud, they're awesome. And this didn't even start out as a testimonial for them, but I love Rackspace. So, but it comes down to feeling worthy of what you're creating, and finding people, and finding clients, finding business partners, finding resources that complement that. Because you are worthy. But if you don't feel worthy or have an understanding of that, and sometimes ways that they work, you may think some guy that's a CEO of a company, that's a big company, feels worthy, but sometimes they have to hold down 2,000 employees so they do feel worthy. And I'm not saying all CEOs that have 2,000 employees are like that, but I'm just saying sometimes they may totally be insecure, but just having all these 2,000 people kiss their ass makes them appear worthy, but they're still not feeling worthy. It's just those big organizations, a lot of people around are sacrificing and all stressed out because you're doing it, and they're sacrificing to do this. But for me, being a one person company, growing to one person, but having a successful platform online, I'm all about the buck stops here. I facilitate things to people, and then when I hand it over to them, they do it, and I trust them to be creative about it in there, but the buck stops here. I take full ownership and responsibility. Peace.